Right. Is this working? That is the important question here. Is this working? Yes or no? Yeah, it is. Right. Welcome back to Premier League predictions. I have not done too well on this match day. I got 6 out of 12, so half in terms of the outcomes. One of those exact scores. Spurs Brighton. Predicted 2-0 to Spurs, and most people did, in fairness. Brighton somehow managed to do that. Yes, they beat Arsenal as well, but like we were terrible those 3 games. But for them to beat Spurs as well, that's pretty impressive from them, so fair enough. United v Norwich, predicted 2-0 to United, it was 3-2, closer than I expected. Southampton v Arsenal, predicted 1-1. I wasn't confident, and we lost. Awful. Brentford predicted 1-0 to Brentford at Watford, and they won 2-1, so fairly close, not the exact score, but I did predict a narrow Brentford victory, and that's what happened. Fair play, good win for them, and it pretty much guarantees their safety now, if it wasn't guaranteed already. Newcastle Leicester, similar situation actually, predicted 1-0, it was 2-1, also guaranteed safety, if it wasn't already, so fair enough. West Ham v Burnley, predicted 2-1 to West Ham, it was 1-1, so wrong, but you know, I was a West Ham goal away from that, getting that exactly correct, but it is what it is. Liverpool Man United predicted 3-1 to Liverpool, it was actually not as close as 3-1, it was 4-0, and Liverpool were very comfortable in that game, so fair play. Everton v Leicester, I predicted, sorry, I was clicking on something. Everton v Leicester, I predicted 1-0 to Everton, it was 1-1, so wrong. But I guess I'd say I was close, but Leicester scored first. Leicester did score first, and Everton equalised in stoppage time. So, in that sense, I wasn't really that close. Chelsea v Arsenal, predicted 1-0 to Chelsea because I thought we'd lose. In fact, we actually won 4-2. After 3 losses in a row, 3 embarrassing losses. Like Palace away, that can happen. They're a team that can provide a big performance. But the manner that we lost was unacceptable. We were poor that night. They were great, we were poor. But the other 2 games were even worse. The other 2 games were at least winnable, more winnable than Palace away. And we scuffled both of them. And us beating Chelsea is amazing. It's fantastic. And we're sort of back in the race, but I'm still not confident because we still got to play United this weekend, then West Ham United next week. The week after this Man United game, and then we still got Tottenham to play as well. Newcastle away is a game we got to play too, so it's not going to be an easy run-in. So I'm still not confident. But if we beat Man United this weekend and we beat West Ham the week after, then I'll be like, okay, maybe. But we'd still have to beat Spurs as well. We're going to do it the hard way if we do actually manage to do it. But yeah, it kind of annoys me even more though, considering like even if we won 2 of those 3 losses, we would have been 6 points clear of Spurs in the top 4. We would have been above Chelsea as well. We could have been in a great position if we just won 2 winnable games. But that's not how football is for us. It is what it is. That's what happened. But I love the fact that we won this game. Great win against our rivals, and to score 4 goals with practically a youth team as well. Like we had 3 players over the age of 23, something ridiculous like that. To win 4-2 away. Yes, Chelsea did gift us at least 2 or 3 of those goals, but I'm still very happy with that, so fair play. Did not see that coming. Newcastle v Crystal Palace, predicted 2-2. It was 1-0 Newcastle, so not really close. Man City v Brighton, that's my exact score. Predicted 3-0 to Man City, and it was 3-0. And Burnley Southampton, predicted 1-0 to Burnley, it was 2-0. So a goal off being exactly correct there, but I got the exact score, so fair enough. Right, on to Matchday 34. So close to the end. Pretty damn mad. Anyway, Matchday 34. Arsenal v Man United. Hello, the playlist guy. How you doing? I'm a pessimist for the most part, and I'm going to this game. I actually booked a day off work. I used one of my holiday allowance days so I can go to this game. Hopefully that was worth it, because I'm going to this game, and I do love going to games. I don't go enough because I work every weekend, and life is life. But when I can go, it's a good feeling. but I want us to win. You know, obviously I'm not going to like seeing us lose. I love going to games regardless, but hopefully I booked a day off to see us beat Man United. But prediction-wise, I got to think with my head rather than what I believe with my heart. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. I hope that Arsenal win. Leicester v Aston Villa. Could be quite an intriguing game. You got Brendan against Steve. I think Brendan will win this particular bout 2-1. Man City v Watford. I predict to be a 4-0 Man City victory. Norwich v Newcastle. I predict Norwich to win this. I know Newcastle are in great form. They are. But Norwich seem to pull out some random wins out the bag. You know, here and there. So this might be another one of those. 2-1 to Norwich, I think. They'll still go down, though, in my opinion. I think Watford and Norwich are down. I've said this like a while ago, but I also said Burnley. But now I'm thinking Burnley stay up and Everton go down. So hopefully not. I do like Everton quite a lot. But right now, Everton are fairly poor, and it looks very much possible now, especially considering Everton drew the most recent game and Burnley won. And Burnley got another home game against Wolves. Wolves are a tough team, but if they beat Wolves, then Everton have got Liverpool and Chelsea next. They'll be in big trouble, so we'll see. But my preference would be Burnley go down, but I think Everton will, along with Watford and Norwich. But Norwich, I think, can beat Newcastle. Brentford v Tottenham. Could be a tough game for Spurs. Brentford have found form recently, but I don't think it will be a tough... I mean, it will be a tough game for Spurs, sorry. But I'm saying I don't think it will be a Spurs... It won't be the case of Spurs dropping points, in my opinion. I think they'll win 2-1 away from home. Brighton v Southampton. Brighton, they went on a really bad run, hadn't won in a while, then they beat Arsenal and Spurs away. They've just lost to Man City, of course. I think they will draw with Southampton, 2-2. Honestly, this is a guess because this game could be anything, really. It could be anything because both of these teams' forms are very random. So I could definitely see a 2-2 out of nowhere with this game. And Brighton do draw quite often. You know, I know it doesn't show here, but they do draw quite a lot. So I think it's possible. And Southampton themselves, they don't win that many games recently, anyway. They both lost more than they've won as well, as you can see. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Burnley v Wolves. I hope they don't. And Wolves are tough to beat, but I got a sneaky feeling that Burnley will turn up and win this game. 1-0 at Turf Moor. And that would be a massive 3 points for them. Wolves don't have as much to play for, and I feel like their form has dropped. Like, there was a period of time where they played Spurs, Arsenal twice, and another big team, I think, within like the space of 2 or 3 weeks. After that period, they started dropping in form. I can't remember what time frame that was, but at least a couple of months ago, I think. They've been very strong most of the season, but they've dropped off a little bit. And they've less to play for now as well. Although European place is still possible. So they'll have that to think about. But I feel like you're better off playing them now than previously in the season. I think Burnley can beat them. Chelsea v West Ham could be an interesting game. I think this will be a narrow Chelsea victory. 2-1 to Chelsea. Honestly, I feel West Ham will have their eye on Europe. They got Europa League literally a few days after. I think they'll be more focused on that. Obviously, they didn't want to beat Chelsea, but I don't think they will. Liverpool v Everton. Everton always lose this, apart from I think there was one game recently that Everton won. Was it recently? Didn't they win at Anfield in the Cup or something? I can't remember. But Liverpool most of the time, especially in recent years, they win against Everton. They win. And I think they'll win again. 2-0 with a clean sheet. And this would be damning, especially if Burnley win. Crystal Palace v Leeds. Leeds, another club who could possibly go down. I don't think they will, but you never know. They have pulled off some incredible wins, and I think they've got a couple more wins in them, which will secure them the safety mark, I think. I don't think they'll go down at this point. At one point, it looked like they might, and maybe they would. But after recent games, I think they'll be all right. But You never know. This game, they beat Wolves away. They were 2-0 down away at Wolves and they won 3-2. Ridiculous. So, yeah. Do I think they'll beat Crystal Palace away from home? I do not think so. I'm going to go for a 3-1 Crystal Palace victory. They might be a bit deflated after the FA Cup semi, but they lost to a better team. I don't think they disgraced themselves or anything. I think they'll want to finish their league season strong, and this would be a good game to get some positive vibes back. Man United v Chelsea, the game of I'll say game of the round, but it's not part of the round. It's the game in hand that they're playing. This is huge. Man United, from their perspective, obviously it looks like for a lot of people seem to think top four is gone for them, but the next two games are Arsenal and Chelsea, who are third and fifth. If they manage to beat both of those teams, then they're right back in it, aren't they? Obviously, they've still got Spurs to catch, but Spurs got Liverpool away at some point. So, United can see this as, despite their bad form, there's still an opportunity for them to still make top four, so they're going to have to look at that. But obviously, they have to beat Arsenal first. Either way, even if they don't beat Arsenal, this is a big, big game for them. This is a chance for them to gain ground. And I think they will gain ground. I've got this feeling that they will turn up against Chelsea. So I'm going to go for a 3-2 extravagance, risky 3-2 victory for Man United against Chelsea in a 5-goal thriller. Hello, Ravinia. How you doing? So those are my predictions. Man United to beat Chelsea 3-2. Crystal Palace to beat Leeds 3-1. Liverpool to beat Everton 2-0. Chelsea to beat West Ham 2-1. Burnley to beat Wolves 1-0. Brighton to draw 2-2 Southampton. Spurs to beat Brentford 2-1 away from home. Norwich to beat Newcastle 2-1. Man City to beat Norwich. Man City to beat Watford 4-0. Leicester to beat Aston Villa 2-1. And Arsenal to draw 1-1 with I can't speak fast. And Arsenal to draw 1-1 with Manchester United. So, there we go. And as for fantasy, I got 73 points. It's not too bad. This right here, this is George's fault. Flipping 2 weeks ago, he told me to take Pookie out for Dennis. So I did that. And then Pookie scored. And then Dennis didn't do very well. So then I took out Dennis to bring in Broha. And then Dennis scored. And Pookie scored again. And Broha did nothing in 2 games. So, if I had just kept Pookie, I would have got a decent amount of points. I would have got more points than if I brought Dennis in at all. Dennis, this time, got more points. But I didn't put him in the team because I lost faith. Very reactionary decision from me. But I just thought Broha has 2 games. He'll get points. Nah, it's just not there for him. I left Kane as captain because he found form recently, but the last couple of games he's not been firing there. But I missed out on mainly those 8 points. Apart from that, Sarr didn't play. Brownhill got 13 points. That's great from him. Jota got 4. Saka got 10. Salah 19. He's back on form now, so I'm going to captain him. Bernardo got 9. Diaz, Cancelo 6 and 1. Not too great, but Cancelo at least got 6. Brought in White. I don't know why. Got 2 points, and Foster got 2. Didn't do much points wise. I didn't make my transfer already, so I've used that up. Not playing a free hit and not playing triple captain. I've played both wildcards and one of my free hits, so and my bench boost. So I still got these 2 left to mess around with. I might save my free hit, especially to towards the end of the season. I know it's towards the end now, but Matchday 36 onwards at some point. Triple captain, I'm still not sure what to do it with, because I feel like I should have played it by now. But I had Ronaldo for most of the season. Could have used it on one of his. I guess I couldn't have known which games he'd do well in. But I'm still thinking, what should I triple captain? Because at the moment I'm thinking I'm not sure. It used to be Aguero, Man City home game against the bottom half team. easy hat trick. It's not like that anymore. But yeah, I took out Ben White again, and I brought back Cody. So I basically did the reverse of last week. I took Cody out for Ben White because Cody wasn't playing, and White was, of course. So he played twice actually, I think. But he only got 2 points, so it is what it is. But at least I got something. It didn't cost me any transfer points. I brought Cody back in. Wolves might not do well, and I've got Cody and Sarr at the back. We'll see how that goes. But Cancelo and Diaz have got a home game against Watford. That should be a clean sheet. Shimkas is playing Everton. I don't know if he'll play. He is good when he plays, but he doesn't play that often. So it's not too great. Bernardo, obviously, I think he can get some points here. Salah, I've captained him again. Kane is now vice. I've still kept Saka in. Jota's still there and Brownhill's still there. So I got Broha and Dennis. I put Broha as my first sub because he's got Brighton away. Easier game than City away. I expect City to keep a clean sheet. And I don't expect Johnson to do much anyway. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I got 73 last match day, so there's definitely some hope. I wouldn't mind having Ronaldo in here, but I can't have Ronaldo, Kane, and Salah. If I do that, I'd have to sacrifice a lot, and it's just not worth it. But whenever I play my free hit, I'll try it out maybe. But obviously, he's not scoring like that often, but he can still pull out a hat trick out of nowhere, which is why it's worth having him. I know someone triple captained Ronaldo randomly, and it sounded like he was crazy, but then he scored a hat trick. So yeah, it was a couple games ago. Yeah, so that's going to be my fantasy league. I'm not going to share my league code because there's no point now. It's near the end of the season. I'll just end the stream having my predictions out here. Sorry, it shows my email at the bottom, so I just want to there we go. There are my predictions. Let me know what yours are down below. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and goodbye.